Here comes Michelle Wie, you know. So experienced, scary with all the tournaments and major championships she's already played in at the age of 16. At her age, Tiger Woods had played in only one PGA Tour event. Remember that when he missed the cut at LA back in '92 at the age of 16? This is her 29th LPGA Tour start. And she's already had 3 runner-up finishes, 8 top 5s, including top 5s in 5 of her last 6 starts. The roar you heard was they just posted the bogey by Sorenstam at 17. So the crowd knows it's game on between Sorenstam and Hurst.
And Wie.
And Wie perhaps pulling up.
Yeah, you never know. She can
You
chip it
figure
in.
they're not, you know, both going to make double. You know?
No, but she's got.
So Wie here.
It's at right now. It's up to first one in the fairway. Could be the winner here.
Everybody hold still, please.
Both with major championship wins to their credit. You have to draw on that.
The big thing is just to get this ball in play, because you're probably going to bogey it if you miss the fairway. Good chance of it anyway, to get a bad lie.
This is going to the right. This is going to be in the rough right.
And it's just whether or not she draw.
Oh, close to that hazard, which juts out.
Perfect lie. What is the odds of that? I mean, that just almost went in the hazard, and now she's sitting on the best lie I've seen all week in the primary.
Yeah, she's gotten out of a lot tougher stuff than that this week, today.
And a perfect angle back to that back left hole location.
Yeah.
Big break.
Shot on it, go.
Right down the slot. Beautiful drive.
Yeah, that's out there. That got a lot of little extra chase on it.
Looks like it might even be on a little bit of an upslope. Good break.
Well, her ball is way over to the right.
One more time, the fortunate path it took as it went by this hazard.
I believe this ball was actually within the confines of the hazard at one point.
I was lucky it didn't hit that guy in the back and ricochet right in it.
Between him.
Real lucky.
Look at that sit up.
And it's just amazing the lie. But she might have some of those famous little dingle-dangle fescue stems, which I'm not sure if she's clear of those or not. And that could wrap around her hosel. And we'll see that in a minute with Roger Maltby.
Up ahead, Michelle Wie. Mark?
She has absolutely everything going for her if she's trying to hold this chip, which she definitely is. The ball is on the upslope. It's a nice clean lie. It's a little bit down the hill, but back into the wind, so the speed won't be a real issue.
Well, I asked you earlier, can you remember Michelle ever making a chip shot?
Well, I've seen her hold some chip shots, but never in a situation like this, obviously. She saw the board, obviously, as it changed, with the big 0 going behind Sorenstam's name at 17.
Got to think if she misses, it doesn't matter.
I believe you're right.
3 nice little practice swings.
Just never online. So Wie with that putt left to join. 37-year-old Pat Hurst in her 12th year in the LPGA Tour, wondering if it's time for her to win her second major championship. Annika Sorenstam, 35 years old, 9 times a major champion, but looking for this U.S. Women's Open title for the first time in 10 years. They're back down the hill, up on the green at 18. John Jang for bogey. Jang has just kind of lost it in this final round after a tough finish to the 3rd round.
That's an 80.
When And she was called on a double hit. Again, she viewed the tape, didn't see it that way, but USGA officials made the ruling. And here's Jane Park finishing up. +9, +5 for the day. And this is a par attempt.
She has played nicely, really, Dan, today. Long 36 holes. She really hasn't putted very well. Not as well as Michelle, that's for sure.
Needs to make this to tie for low amateur in this championship. Amanda Blumenhurst and Jane Park tie for that honor. And tie for 10th right now. So that's going to earn them a trip back to this championship in '07.
Nice. Real nice.
Well, Michelle Wie is going to be close, but not quite there again.
How about the 3 major championships? What, the first one, in Nabisco, she loses out by 1 shot, and 2 shots at the your last
both
major
playoffs.
Yeah.
1 shot out,
yeah.
2 shots out.
Yeah.
In contention, all 3 majors, and lost the second event on the schedule by 1.
Hit only 8 greens out of 18 today, which is not hard to do with the heavy wind, though. We have to keep factoring that in, because a lot of these little short iron shots into the wind are no bargains.
She does have to feel good about her putting, though.
Yeah, I thought she was really, really strong with the putting.
Big improvement on the speed.
There you go.
So a smile for Wie, another good showing, but another near miss.
4 times she's been in the top 3 in major championships at 16. That's fantastic.
Dottie, do you ever get frustrated, though? You're not winning? I mean, that's what this game is all about. I mean, I know she's only 16, but you wonder when you pile up all these near misses.
I think we saw the frustration level and some of her emotions this week starting to build up. You couldn't help but get frustrated.
She's a phenom. I mean, we got to be careful because she's 16. I mean, come on.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
I mean, what, 4 times in the top 3 in majors at 16? Never been done in history. I mean, this is uncharted stuff.
All right, back out down the fairway. We've got Sheehyun on to play first. You've got Annika's ball ahead of hers, and then Hurst, who just missed out of the hazard.
That's from 190 yards and going a little bit right.
It's a good leave, though.
On. Began the day, or the final round, I should say, 3 back, and now here we go. Pat Hurst from 185.
Really a good lie of green in the grass going with her 185 to the hole. Problem will be trying to stop it.
See if she can handle the pressure, Roger.
Yeah, she's hit a low and trying to chase it up, and I don't think it's going to have enough, is it?
It's chasing like crazy, but that's a tough up and in under open pressure. If Annika makes par, she's probably going to win this thing.
And Annika's dealing from the fairway.
Annika just needs to play it out to the right, maybe 15 feet on Roger, and just, if she has to make it, make it. If not, make par and say thanks.
Yes, from 180.
Downwind.
This ball, center of the green.
Did exactly what she needed to do.
So here comes Sorenstam, wondering if this time it's going to be enough. 2002, led by 2, got passed by Inkster 66 at Prairie Dunes. Very next year, Pumpkin Ridge bogeyed the last hole to finish out of a playoff, 3-way playoff by 1. Hillary Lunke hoisted the trophy. Very next year, final round 67. Usually good enough to get it done on the final round of this championship, but Meg Mallon just putted lights out and beat her at the Orchards with a 65. Is the weight over?
Boy, she's just walking like she's just starting off the first hole. And, you know.
Pat Hurst.
Gutsy performance.
Out of the rough, spending most of the day chopping out of the thick stuff. Rolled in some long birdies to keep herself in it.
Actually considered giving up the game at one point. Taught the game out in the Palm Springs desert area, and I don't know if I want to play competitive golf anymore.
Played the mini tours. Eventually earning her card at the 94 Q School. And right now in a head-to-head battle with one of the all-time greats, many think is the best to ever play the women's game. And right now, Sorenstam's got her on the green, but
well, Pat Hurst taught at the La Quinta Club in California for a year. That'll make you appreciate the going back on tour, Roger. I don't know if you can hear me with all the noise, but
Sorry, John, I didn't hear you.
I was just saying, when you teach at La Quinta Club for a year, that'll make you want to go back on tour, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, giving lessons is a tough way to make a living. That's for sure.
what does this third look like for Hurst, Raj?
Well, it's a shot that plays uphill slightly and will move from right to left. As pitch and runs go, this is not a hard one, but for the U.S. Open, that's a little different matter now, isn't it?
Made mention of what a good chipper she is. Chipped one in yesterday.
Pretty well done with a championship on the line. But Annika Sorenstam is going to have a putt to win her third U.S. Women's Open.
Under pressure, Roger, you know, that was a pretty darn good chip to come up with the right strike and get the right distance, because most guys will scoop that or drive it by or something.
First, there's Shi Yunan off to the right.
Pretty good stretch of golf for her also these last 3 weeks.
This one downhill and moving to the left. That one hit a little too firm.
That's sort of what you'd almost expect Pat Hurst to do, you know, under the pressure. Something like that you would think would go off in your hands, but she just was wonderful.
Those were great nerves by Hurst.
I mean, really, that's a hard shot.
Annika lining up what could be the winning putt.
About 15, 20 minutes ago.
For the first time in her career, heard the words slump, chinks in the armor. She's lost it. She's not near the player she used to be.
I firmly believe she's made everybody else better. She may have reached a little bit of a plateau, but I think she's elevated everyone else's play.
Roger?
Well, this one will move from right to left. It's a smooth running putt from here. It's not anything that she's going to have to work at to get to the hole. But she certainly played like her old self this backside. Struck the ball beautifully back here.
Some birdie to win this championship has been only one at 18, as we mentioned earlier in this final round.
How'd it miss?
She thought she had it, Roger.
How did it miss?
She hit pure putts at 15, 16, 17, and 18. Just 2 of them went in, though. Well, it was looking good.
Look at this.
It wiggled right that one time, and that's what cost her.
Caught the edge.
5 feet from the hole, it wiggled right. Did you see that? Just a little wiggle.
What a beautiful putt.
You thought you had a pressure third shot you saw by Hurst earlier. What about this next putt coming up that she has?
She is.
Knowing that Annika's close in there for her par.
Pat Hurst won the '98 Kraft Nabisco Championship. She made a putt of almost this exact same length to win.
Well, we got a moment. Let's get a quick word with Mark Rolfing.
Michelle, you fought hard all day, 11 hours worth. I know you're disappointed with the outcome, but you can't be disappointed with the way you played.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just a shot here and there. I mean, I felt like I played very solidly all day today. You know, a couple of missed shots, you know, in the second 18, but I still felt like I played awesome, you know. It's just, I'm just getting closer and closer.
Do you think it's going to be real soon?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very soon. I mean, you know, the way I'm playing, it's just going to happen sometime. I mean, it just didn't happen this week, but I felt like, you know, my speed and my putts were the best this week. I felt like my putting was really good. Felt like my shots were very consistent, and I'm just, you know, just have to work on a couple of things, and I feel like I'm right there.
Congratulations on a great performance.
Thank you.
Dan?
Thank you, Mark. All right, Pat Hurst, who you've documented, Dottie, this week at this championship, has had some tough moments with a putter at times. This is a moment to bear down and perhaps get yourself into a playoff tomorrow.
What is it, Roger?
I don't think it'll do much at all, John. Inside the hole on the left.
Pat Hurst bears down and gets the 4. And Annika has just a little left to make it an 18-hole playoff here at Newport tomorrow.
That was one gutsy finish.
Sure was. She got a great break on the drive and a great break on the lie, and then she just took over from there.
That finishes off a 69, and Annika, okay,
Well,
got to make this little one. Before that, the South Korean Shi Yunan finishing up. Drifts outside Annika's mark. That far away for Annika for a 9 a.m. playoff tomorrow morning, beginning on ESPN. For the 10th playoff in Women's Open history, first since 2003 when Hillary Lunke beat Angela Stanford at Pumpkin Ridge. We talked about it. That was another Open disappointment for Annika. So here we go. Not through at Newport Country Club to decide the 61st champion. Beautiful up and down by Pat Hurst to force Sorenstam to wait one more day, perhaps.